My name is John Fountain. I'm a professor of journalism here at Roosevelt University, and I've been here for about 18 years. And I teach all things journalism. I tell my students, not fake news. So I teach convergence journalism, which is the capstone undergraduate course, which is a multimedia project. I also teach beginning journalism, feature writing, memoir writing, you name it. Pretty much I do. Mobile journalism. I teach also a course called Telling Social Justice Stories, in which we examine the social justice movements in America and the role that journalism played in those movements. And we talk about and give students the opportunity to explore the power of storytelling through journalistic practices. What do I love about journalism? You know, I was going to become a criminal attorney until I got to the University of Illinois in Champaign and I started writing, and a professor suggested that I consider journalism. I love about journalism that I grew up on the west side of Chicago, a place that is about a 15-minute drive from here. And it's a place that when I was growing up, had its issues. And for me, the idea of writing gave me the opportunity to make a difference, to record for life the stories of everyday people, like the people I grew up with. And it also gave me the possibility of making a difference. What I really love about journalism is in journalism, we get this thing called a press pass that is essentially our pass key to every place in America and beyond. And so I've been out on the field with real cowboys in Nebraska in the middle of the season when cows are giving birth. I've covered everything from a lumberjack festival to a presidential campaign. I've been to Ghana, I've been to Syria, Damascus, Syria, I've been to Lebanon, I've been all over the world, and it is because of this thing called journalism. So I love that it gives me that access. What are some of the challenges that I had to overcome while working in the journalism industry? I'll be honest with you, it's called reporting while Black. And it is, I got a little bit used to that by living while Black as a Black man in America. And so what that means in the industry is that we are unique in terms of our perspective, in terms of our background, how we think, how we move, the way we see news. News is truly, as a veteran journalist for about 40 years, I think I can say this with some confidence and some accuracy. News is in the eye of the beholder. Now, there are some things that we won't argue about, but I think America misses whole swaths of society. They will cover the worst and the very best, but they miss that middle ground. And so part of my challenge was getting my editors to see the world through my eyes and getting them to trust me that when I said that something was a story, giving me the opportunity to go out and get the story and bring it back to them. And I think I proved them, wrong, or me right, time and time again. But it was most important that I was able to tell those stories that I know would not have made it onto the daily platter of American journalism were I not in those spaces. And so whether I was a reporter at the Chicago Tribune or at the Washington Post, where I was a staff writer for both newspapers, or whether I was a reporter at the New York Times, where I was a national correspondent, the challenge was always the same. And I suspect that that challenge continues to exist, but I'm proof that you can overcome it. As you enter a corporate world where you find fewer and fewer people who look like you and who think like you, it is important to remember who you are and where you come from. And I used to, years ago, at the end of a semester, a student or two would inevitably come into my office and say, "Professor Fountain, journalism is hard. And I've decided I want to do education. And it used to like really bother me. They'd walk out of my office and I would be like, oh no, did I discourage them from journalism? Then it hit me. If education is what you really love to do, whatever that is, do that. And so journalism may be it. Public relations may be it. Corporate communications, maybe it is integrated marketing. Whatever it is, find that thing that you love to do and do it, because when you do that, it's not work.